Good morning, and welcome to the Alabama Hills of California. Thank you for joining me today. I drove out last night and camped out in my car and got up this morning to shoot some sunrise landscapes. The Alabama Hills are pretty cool because they're just like an endless field of boulders and rock formations with the mighty Sierra Nevadas or Eastern Sierra Nevadas as a backdrop to everything, as long as you're facing that way. It's about 20 minutes until sunrise right now. The mountains behind me have this really cool misty layer of cloud all over them, and the sky to the east, or the sky to the east, where the sun's actually rising, is pretty clear for the most part, which bodes well because that means that the sun shouldn't be too obscured when it comes up in that direction, and it should just cast all of its light over on the Eastern Sierras in this direction. Right now I'm shooting a time lapse. You can see it right there, of the rising sun over that rock formation in the background, hoping that'll look pretty cool. Aside from that, the kettle's on, making some, well, it's not a kettle, it's a pot, but the kettle's on sounds better. I got a pot of hot water going, so I'm going to brew myself up some coffee and get ready for the day. I am excited to be here, and I'm excited to have you with me. So thanks for joining me, and let's get some coffee. Okay, so time for my first composition of the day. I brought this long lens today to try my hand at some wildlife photography, but I also want to start using it for landscapes. And the advantage of using a long lens on landscapes is that it really compacts the distance down of your subject and anything in the foreground and background. So right now I have this composed on this rock formation here in our foreground, and then behind it you can see kind of the snowy Eastern Sierra Nevada mountains. So I'll give you a little glimpse as to what I'm thinking. As you can see, it's pretty close, or I should say it's zoomed in pretty far. And thus is the advantage of a telephoto lens. But my idea behind this is that, the mountains look so pretty, like shrouded in that those clouds and that mist, and it's just starting to catch the pink of the dawn light. So I'm just thinking that'll be kind of neat. It'll be kind of an abstract image of the mountain as opposed to the mountain as a whole, and that's something I want to work on. So, all right. So settings wise, I'm shooting this at 1 second, f11, ISO 50. And I'm shooting at 200 millimeters, and it is gorgeous. I mean, the rising sun on the Eastern Sierras, I don't think it gets any better than that. So I'm going to try something here. I've rearranged my camera to shoot in a vertical composition, and even at 200 millimeters, which is the widest this lens goes, it's still extremely close with those mountains, with the Sierras. So what I'm going to do is, in a vertical composition, I'm going to shoot a panorama and stitch them. And the reason I want to do that is just to show more of the range, but also still have that compressed image. And the way I have it composed is so I can get the majority of the range in front of me of this section of it, and which also will include the peak of the mountain that I'm facing right now. So let's give that a shot, and you guys will see how it turns out before I will. So. Hope it's good. There's not much better of a feeling than making the effort and taking the trip to get out somewhere in the middle of the night, waking up, actually finding a composition, shooting it and having it turn out, and just having the rest of the morning to kind of play around, you know, explore, shoot some stuff maybe you wouldn't normally. Right now I'm letting a time-lapse run while I'm just enjoying the morning and having another cup of coffee. I gotta tell you, being out here, enjoying my coffee, if I open it up all the way, it actually gets some. There we go. In the beautiful outdoors, with a pretty decent backdrop, hard to beat. Well, with that, the morning is done. We didn't have a really spectacular sunrise, but still some color in the sky and some really interesting light on the mountains. I shot a few photos. A couple of them I think are going to be all right. So I am going to pack it in at the Alabama Hills today and get back on the 395, and I'm going to be heading north to Big Pine, and then from there I am going to be heading into Death Valley, because I'm going to take you guys to a place that I've been wanting to visit for quite a while and never really got the chance, the Eureka sand dunes. So that'll be hopefully pretty cool. We'll see. We'll stay there until the evening and shoot the sunset and see how it goes. But in the meantime, back on the road, gonna grab something to eat and enjoy this beautiful day. Welcome to Death Valley. Man, you know, this is the furthest in here that I've ever been, and this place is immense. You know, the last time I was here, my brother and I got chased out by a storm. We were going to camp here for the night. There was a storm that came down, it started pouring rain, we had to get going. So we left, and we ended up getting caught in a flash flood on the way out, and that's a whole nother story. But we spent a long time waiting for someone to come get us. And you know, just the thought of having to get out of here, just having to leave here on foot is like, I don't know, it's insane. The sun, even right now, it's not hot by any standard, but it's just the feeling of the sun beating down is intense. There's no shade anywhere. Oh man, this is cool. All right, let's go see if we can take a really cool image of that sand dune. Okay, officially on the dunes. Man, it's a lot harder to climb these things than I thought it would be. It's like hiking uphill at the beach. There's tons of human tracks, but also some Roadrunner tracks, which is kind of cool. I haven't seen a Roadrunner since I was a kid. It'd be neat to see one today. But I'm just walking up these dunes, and every dune that I cross, there are less people tracks. So I just got to keep going until they run out. So in case some of you may be wondering, I didn't come out here totally unprepared. I have about twice the amount of water that I should need to be out here for quite some time. I also have a waypoint, a GPS waypoint set on my car, or set on my watch for my car. So if I were to lose my way, I can navigate back by that. If that fails, I have a map and compass in my bag, which I can navigate by. And if that fails for whatever reason, or I get hurt, I have an emergency GPS locator beacon, which will be the second time it would be used if I had to use it today, which I don't think I will, hopefully not. I also have some Cliff Bars and a book, just in case. Still walking. Still in the desert. I'm right about the point where I would turn around and head back. And as I was about to do so, this composition caught my eye. I don't know if you can see it super well, but it's kind of like where the sand on the top of this dune broke away and slid down and stopped when it hit the bottom, and the textures are just really, really cool. For this shot, I don't think I actually need anything. I'm gonna leave the filters and polarizer off, just the lens, because I'm going for kind of a abstract, sort of very close shot. Oh, I'm gonna try real hard not to drop my lens in the sand, because that would make me very, very sad. There we go. Okay, so I'm at ISO 50, 1/50th of a second, f14, right about at 30 millimeters. This actually looks really cool. I think there's gonna be something here. All right, guys, well, that's about it for me. I'm hiking back across the dunes to where I'm pretty confident I parked. Unless anything super exciting happens along the way, this will probably be the last video I record for this trip. Anyways, thanks for joining me on this little journey. I had a pretty good time. Shot some cool pictures, I think. And yeah, you know, it's been good. So anyways, you guys take care and enjoy this one last view. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below, and if you have any questions or want to tell me my pictures suck, that's fine too. And also, if you would, or if you like my stuff, if you like my videos, if you would subscribe, I'd appreciate that. It's one of the only real metrics for me to know if anybody's enjoying this stuff. So yeah, if you do any combination of those three things, I would really appreciate it. And until the next time, take care, and I'll see you later.